Welcome back. So let's just start. I want to get rid of the math thing now. I'm kind of annoyed by that one. So going into my app component HTML file, let me just show you where. Right here, the app component HTML file, and there I'm going to just destroy everything we built until now and just keep the app customer there for now. That's the only tag I want. So that means that now our page looks like this, and we can start figuring out how to style this a bit nicer. Now there's a lot of things we can do. I'm just going to do it my way, and you can find some great examples online on how to make something that looks freaking awesome, right? You can make it so shiny, but let's just make it, again, I'm keeping it simple for now. So what I want to do is first of all, I want this image thing. If we look at the drawing again right here, notice the image is kind of floating. It's floating here. Instead of being on top like it is right now, it's floating to the left. So guess what I need to do? I'm going to create a class here, and I'm going to call it the EMG class. Now this is actually pointing, if you guys are not quite familiar with HTML and CSS yet, this is actually me trying to explain. I'm going to add some CSS to this guy now. Inside your CSS file, go and add something called .image, like this, .image. I'm inside the CSS file now, and here you can add a curly bracket, and now I can actually start explaining what this tag should actually, how it should present itself in the UI. So let's try and add something called float and left. That's fine. So I just added float left. Now this .image again points to this tag and say, using this class, now this guy is going to try and float to the left. Let's see how that looks. Notice now the image is actually placed to the left of the text. So we just floated the image to the left. There's also something with the margin, so let's just add some margin around the image. I'll just put in margin here, and I'll say I want to have, let's say, 5 pixels on all sides right now. And again, this is not pretty or anything, but here we go. Now it's kind of placed here, and the text is next to it. Sweet. I also think that I can see now that I want this, instead of h5, I want it to be p tag instead, to make the text smaller like this. So again, I'm just trying to make this shiny right now. Another thing I want to do is the outer guy. I want to have a border all the way around this thing to kind of represent, if you're looking at the drawing here, I want to kind of represent the border you have right here. This guy, this red guy right here, I want to represent that one as well. So I'll try to give this guy a class as well, just for the fun of it. Customer border. Let's go back here to my CSS and do a .customer border like this. Add the curly brackets again, and then let's say the border, it needs a border first of all to have a border. So I'll give it a solid border. That just means that it's not going to have any dots or anything, it's just going to be a straight line. I'm going to say I want the border to be 2 pixels. And I'm going to say I want it to be light something, maybe light blue maybe. That's probably going to be shiny. So now let's have a look at what we did. Now it has a border here, right? Square border or something like this. And I'm just going to do one more thing on that. I'm going to give the border a small radius like this. Border radius, and let's just say 10 pixels here for the border radius. I'm also going to give the image a 10 pixel radius just for the fun of it again. This is madness, but it's my decision, so you can't stop me anyway. And I'm going to give this guy some padding as well. Let's just say 5 pixels. Now this is, you can play around with this forever, but notice now we're starting to have something that looks like that could be a customer component, right? So there we go. I'm going to end it for now. You guys can go and play more with your image, with your border, with the way it should look and feel. But I have something here. I have something that's customer-ish. See you in the next lesson where we'll have more fun.